on, it's gonna be all right.
No, it's not gonna be all right. This is just too much on my mental. Just leave me alone. I don't know if I'll be able to go to repass. My stomach already hurt. It'll be too much. I still can't do it. Take me! It can't be! Oh, Jesus, take me! It should have been me, Jesus!
Lord, Father, why you gotta take it? Why you gotta take it? I wonder what that repass is gonna be like. Welcome back. Some of those TikTok users, and that was a TikTok user, going through it now. As we've reported, the app is planning to shut down Sunday, January 9th, pending no interference by the U.S. Supreme Court or the Trump administration or the Justice Department. And many users are already saying their goodbyes with plans to host TikTok funerals and a move to other apps. If TikTok actually goes offline in the U.S., joining us to talk about it, what do we do about it? Factor digital producer Ajibola Budaran is here on The Factor. Those people,
yeah.
Let's take a look.
It's hard for some people. You know, people got recipes on there.
Yeah.
People plan their trips. So, I mean, TikTok has become more than just a social media app for a lot of people. So
it's an archive, and I didn't think about that. It's like everything you have built up over, and we don't know if they're going to leave it up or just completely shut it down.
There are even some people making apps to save your archive. So if you have recipes or trips that you were planning, people are they're kind of panicking. They don't know what's going to happen after January 19th.
And of course, there were a lot of people who were making a lot of money.
Yes. A lot of content creators were making money. People were selling, you know, you talked about the TikTok shop. People had links and they were doing commissions. So it's a lot of people's livelihoods. There's a lot of people's social networks. It's a lot of people, the way a lot of people organize their lives today is through TikTok.
Now, when we take a look at some of the popular social media apps that are out there already established, mainly Meta apps and X, are many of the TikTok users even considering that? Would that even compare? Or are they looking at other alternatives out there?
So I think there's a two-pronged question. So I think for a lot of creators, some of them already were using TikTok and Instagram because their algorithms work differently. So even if somebody was primarily on TikTok, they might repurpose some of their TikToks to go on Instagram Reel or even like Facebook Shorts and things like that. But I mean, in terms of like monetization and the way that works, every app works differently. So losing the stream of income can be a big impact to some people. Now, in terms of other apps that people are going to, there are a few apps that have been created within the last 5 years that are similar to TikTok in terms of their format, but not necessarily in terms of their algorithm. So right here, this is one, Red Note, which actually, we don't know if that's another app that might not make it in the United States because it is one of the leading social media apps in China already. So that is actually an app that is created by a Chinese company as well. But Red Note is similar to Pinterest and TikTok kind of mixed together. Then you have right here Lemonade. So Lemonade is actually ran by ByteDance, which is the parent company of TikTok, which is the company that they're asking TikTok to divest from. So again, that's another app that might not make it. Now we have a Clapper, which is actually founded in Texas. So it's a University of Texas Dallas alumni who created this app. And you talked about content creators. So this app actually boasts that it is better for content creators in terms of monetization.
Seems like you need a shot though after Clapper.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
You ain't as old as me.
Then we have Fanbase. So Fanbase actually is founded in part by
Isaac Hayes' son,
Isaac
right?
Hayes' son, yes. Isaac Hayes the third. And this app is, out of these three, it's the only one that's actually independently founded. And it also wants to focus on, you know, LGBT community, minority communities, and how to have that focus. So that, you know, each one of these apps have their own specialty. But again, we don't know what the future is going to be. And also, we know that TikTok has one of the best algorithms in terms of pushing in terms of pushing your content out to people who don't necessarily know you. That's why you see so many people going viral. That's why you see so many videos being able to be disseminated so easily. So again, we don't know how these apps are going to operate once they're fully running, but there are options, and a lot of people, if you go on the App Store right now, in social media, all of these apps are showing up in some of the top 10 most downloaded apps this week.
And what we hear is Lemonade is being pushed by TikTok.
Yes. So actually, if you have a TikTok account, your information is already eliminated. You can just download the app, log in with your TikTok, and it already creates a profile for you. So again, I don't understand how, you know, if ByteDance is already kind of in trouble here in the United States, if they're pushing another app, I don't know if it's going to be able to last.
And really quick, before we go, which one would you recommend? Easiest, safest?
Well, easiest, definitely Lemonade, especially if you're a TikTok user. It kind of reminds me of TikTok mixed with Instagram. But I would say, you know, try all of these and just take a look, see what you like.
All right. Aji, thank you for joining us, and we want to thank you for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored. Make sure you follow us on social media and, of course, Fox Soul. Thank you for joining us. Wave good night, Aji. Good night.
Good night.